What is this, like, weird bias going on? He burnt a leaf and then inhaled it. Wow, what an awful person. Just, what's going on in the world? Come on, man. What? T.O.P is a legend. He's a legend, Thanos. Why are people hating on him? Oi, still reacting to Big Bang, the untold truth about the hate campaign against T.O.P. Yes, we are here with some more T.O.P. This time, it's a bit more of a serious one. We're going to do some learning today. Often I sort of just sit here and say, hee XD, at some T.O.P videos. But today we're looking at the hate campaign against him. I'm not exactly sure what this is about, so we're just going to go straight into it. 300 likes. And we'll do another Big Bang video, and let me know what you want to see next in the comments. Let's go.
After the release of Squid Game Season 2, it didn't take long for Korean media to publish a wave of negative articles targeting T.O.P, who plays the role of Thanos in the series. This led to fans
Welcome to the Thanos world. And welcome back, my friends. Anyway, we're gonna carry on.
After the release of Squid Game Season 2, it didn't take long for Korean media to publish a wave of negative articles targeting T.O.P, who plays the role of Thanos in the series. This led to fans speculating that the articles might be part of a coordinated effort to tarnish his image, and many believe the evidence strongly supports this theory. Ever since 2019, news about former Big Bang member T.O.P has been few and far between, as he has decided to step away from the public eye for a bit. For those who may not be familiar...
I was going to say, before we get into it, the only thing I know, two things. One, if there's anything in this that you believe is incorrect, let me know. I think this is probably a reliable source. I've seen other people reacting to it and stuff. Not watched the videos, but I've seen suggested. And secondly, only thing I know of is there was a scandal of him with the green. I don't want to say it. But yeah, it's to me, that's not a big deal. I know to some people it will be a big deal. But I think that's it's a much bigger deal in South Korea. But even then, is it a massive deal in South Korea, or is it just a massive deal with the South Korean, like, media? Did they blow it out of proportions, but most fans didn't care, or did the fans actually, were they bothered by it? I don't know.
With the events that led to T.O.P's hiatus from the K-pop industry, let's take a quick look back at what happened. T.O.P began his 2-year mandatory military service in 2017 as a conscripted police officer, with his discharge scheduled for 2018.
Looking good,
However, in May of that year, news broke that he would be prosecuted without detention for using illegal substances. As a result, T.O.P was transferred to a different police division to await prosecution and was suspended from his police duties while waiting for the outcome of his case. In response, he issued a handwritten apology promising, "I will never make such an irresponsible mistake again." During that time, T.O.P was bashed with an overwhelming wave of hate comments, some of which accumulated thousands of likes across various Korean media.
Really? Because of a bit of leaf? Really? I'll take my own stance on this. Actually, I'm not going to ride the fence. To me, that much hate over that is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
Platforms. The comments were filled with so much venom and became so intense that fans began to genuinely worry about his well-being. At one point, a photo surfaced of T.O.P in a police uniform at the police station where he was stationed, with a small smile on his face. This moment quickly became a target for criticism, with hate comments
let me guess. Oh, you're smiling about this. You're not taking it seriously. Your apology wasn't real. Yeah. I'm sure he does actually feel genuinely sorry for the ones that feel let down by it, but I'm sure he's not sorry to the ones that, like, we're gonna hate regardless anyway.
Opportunity to drag him through the mud, focusing on that smile. However, for his fans, it didn't seem like the smile of someone who was unrepentant or indifferent to his actions.
Well, yeah, I suppose that.
Instead, it appeared to be the expression of someone deeply struggling and perhaps even on the brink of giving up. Unfortunately, it turned out to be true, as only a few days after issuing his apology, T.O.P was discovered unconscious in the police barracks, seemingly due to an overdose of anti-anxiety medication. He was immediately rushed to the hospital for emergency care. Following a thorough investigation, it was revealed that T.O.P had been a regular user of sedatives, but on that particular day, he had taken a higher dosage than prescribed, leading to a dangerous and harmful outcome. Thankfully, on June 8th, 2017, T.O.P's mother confirmed—
Okay, well, that got deep all of a sudden. Okay, anyway. That's how things shift around here. You can have fun 1 second and then it gets real. Yeah, that is very sad. Well, I don't know. Was that an attempt, I guess you could say, or was it? Or do you think he was just? I don't know. It's hard to tell. maybe, because I know with some medications, the more you use it, the less effective it can be. So maybe he actually felt like he needed more, but I don't know. Oh, that's kind of, well, not kind of, it's very sad.
In 2017, T.O.P.'s mother confirmed that he had regained consciousness and was recovering. On June 29th, during his first trial at the Seoul Central District Court, T.O.P. pled guilty, admitting to smoking illegally on 4 occasions, and was sentenced to 2 years of probation. The trial also revealed that T.O.P. had engaged in illegal activities with the controversial actress and his ex-girlfriend, Han So-hee, at least 3 times. Following a disciplinary review to determine whether he would return as
What? Controversial activities? What does that mean?
also revealed that T.O.P. had engaged in illegal activities.
What does that even mean? What were they doing?
The controversial actress and his ex-girlfriend, Han So-hee, at least 3 times. Following a disciplinary review to determine whether he would return as a conscripted policeman or complete his service as a public service worker, T.O.P. was reassigned to a member of a military reserve force status by the authorities. He was transferred from the police force and resumed his mandatory service as a public service officer on January 26, 2018, being ultimately discharged from his service on July 6, 2019.
Oh.
The situation raised questions about his mental health and the exact reasons behind his use of anti-anxiety medication. However, when this scandal was revisited years later, fans were quick to recall how T.O.P. had shed light on the harsh realities of being an idol and how it affected his mental health for the worse. During an interview with Prestige Online in 2022, he shared that he had struggled with depression since a young age, feeling unusually sensitive compared to others. T.O.P. also addressed his 2017 scandal, referring to it as one of the biggest news stories in Korea and described it as the worst moment of his life. Despite this, the aftermath of the scandal had the most significant impact on T.O.P., and he revealed just how deeply it affected his mental health, even leading to his attempts at self-harm. Although T.O.P. received extreme back...
Okay, yeah. I think we'll just carry on past that, actually. Don't want to... Yeah, that got very deep. It just makes me really, really grateful and glad for the fact that, the Squid Game creators got him on the show. Because it raises, it lets him know that he's done it. He's gone on the show. He got so much love in return. Like, if not for that show, I wouldn't know who he is. I know he was big before that. He's more than just Thanos, but this has made him more famous than ever before, I'm sure, because almost everyone's watched it. I feel like I can't speak properly. I have some glassy eyes just now, but anyway, yeah, it's just incredible to see, when he makes these fan videos. No, he does these videos where he's reacting to fan-made videos and Thanos moments and stuff, and it's, I don't know, I just love it. I love it. I'm just so glad. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that he is where he is now. He's made a comeback. Not that he ever deserved to be, that low feeling or status-wise in the first place, but he's made an incredible comeback. And I'm so glad that the Squid Game creators gave him a chance and looked over the controversy. Didn't think, he's got a controversial background, he's done illegal things, therefore we shouldn't hire him. I'm so glad they did. It put him on a spotlight and let people realise he's genuine and nice. I love him, man. I really do, man. Oh, we got 7 more minutes. Let's carry on.
Extreme backlash in the past, with every media company calling him out, he also highlighted Korea's high rates of self-inflicted harm and pointed out that mental health still remains a taboo subject within the country's traditional society. Now, as T.O.P. was making his long-awaited return to the screen after an extended break, many might have expected a warm and enthusiastic reception. However, people didn't forget his past scandal and were not quite prepared to accept his comeback. This whole controversy began on June 28, 2023, when it was officially announced that T.O.P. would be joining the cast of Squid Game 2 as player 230, a retired rapper who becomes a victim of a crypto investment scam. One notable trait of T.O.P.'s character in the series is his impulsive nature, which seems to include said substance use, a portrayal that many believe too closely mirrored his real-life scandal. This also became an obvious reason for the ongoing criticism and backlash T.O.P. was receiving. Soon after photos of the cast preparing for filming were shared, Korean netizens...
I love that! I love that. I didn't even think about that part. The fact that he literally was doing that on the show. And that was just like a big middle finger to the media that tries to get him down and these haters. It's just like, yeah, here we go. You hate it so much. Let's watch him doing something similar on this show. Yeah, we're not going to hide from it. Yeah, we know that happened. It may have been a mistake in some people's eyes. To him, I'm sure, now it seems like a mistake. At the time, it probably wasn't a big deal. But yeah, look, there he is. Deal with it. Deal with it. Put the shades on.
Netizens quickly voiced their disapproval, with many stating they would not watch the series because of T.O.P's involvement.
Yeah, don't care. No one cares. No one cares. I'm not going to watch it. Oh, no one cares. You're the one missing out.
Specifically said, "I'm not watching. A criminal is appearing in it shamelessly." The backlash against the casting of T.O.P. in Squid Game became so intense that it led to calls for a boycott, with a significant amount of criticism aimed at his casting for the role.
Why?
In response to the growing controversy, the director of Squid Game, Hwang Dong-hyuk, felt the need to defend the idol-turned-actor publicly in an interview with People. Referring to T.O.P. by his Korean name, Choi Sung-hyun, he acknowledged the rumors swirling around the kind of character T.O.P. would portray and highlighted the courage it took for the actor to take on such a controversial role. The director emphasized that he had faith in T.O.P.'s ability to bring the character to life and reassured the audience that T.O.P. had been thoroughly screened for the role and his casting was a result of his proven talent and suitability for the character. He further expressed, "We decided that we had no choice but to prove to the viewers through the final result as to why this character and work had to go to T.O.P. That was why we did not cancel it and press through with it." However, when Squid Game finally premiered on December 26th, things did not go as expected. T.O.P.'s fans were overjoyed at the hope of seeing him back on screen, as many had eagerly awaited his return after his time.
Wait. Hold on a second. I should probably just carry on watching the video, but I'm going to assume they're going to say it was like fake comments. And actually everyone wanted to see him on there, but it was like maybe people had been paid to pretend to hate him, or was it bots maybe?
Away from the industry. But the situation took a turn, and T.O.P. found himself at the center of a growing storm of backlash for multiple reasons. Viewers were eager to see the cause behind the highly controversial casting of T.O.P., but they were left deeply disappointed by his performance, which many critics found lacking. According to multiple Korean media outlets, T.O.P.'s acting fell short of expectations.
It was brilliant!
NBC harshly criticized his portrayal, describing his character as unbearable and suggesting that a talented rookie should have...
NBC? Who is that? Who cares?
Instead, they even went so far as to say that just watching T.O.P. simply walk into a scene was unappealing. Meanwhile, Joy News expressed complete confusion at the director's decision to retain T.O.P. for the role, even implying that the casting choice was more about generating publicity than providing a chance. The report also questioned whether the creators genuinely believed that by saying they deemed him suitable, viewers would simply accept their decision and move on. But when the report quoted, "Or did they assume that because the Squid Game series targets a global audience, the disappointment from Korean viewers could be ignored," it led netizens to believe that the creators underestimated the importance of the Korean audience's response. In fact, some even questioned whether T.O.P.'s casting was the result of using his connections. Netizens believed that despite director Hwang's denials, casting T.O.P., who had publicly clashed with fans on social media, announced he wouldn't be returning to Korea and hadn't acted since 2014 in the most globally successful K-drama project in history, seems hard to justify unless it's connected to his close ties with the main cast of Squid Game. However, what initially appeared to be a minor issue soon escalated into something much larger when fans began to notice that T.O.P. had been mysteriously removed from promotional materials, excluded from interview schedules for Squid Game 2, and didn't attend the highly anticipated production presentation event.
What is this, like, weird bias going on? He burnt a leaf and then inhaled it. Wow, what an awful person! Just, what's going on in the world? Come on, man. What? T.O.P. is a legend. He's a legend, Thanos. Why are people hating on him? Urgh! That's my goat. That is my goat right there. I've only known of him for less than 2 months, but I love him. He's genuinely one of my favourite K-pop idols ever. Just the way he is, he's genuine. He does what he does. He does his thing. He's not, in real life, he's not this Thanos character. He's quiet. He does his own thing. He covers his skin up. He doesn't like to be touched. He's got a very unique vibe about him. And he has like these moments of bursts of energy, and I just love it. He's brilliant. I just feel the need to defend him. That's my boy.
But then came the international fans who stepped up to defend T.O.P. They praised his acting and what he brought to season 2, with one international fan commenting, "Did we all watch the same drama? 'Cause for me, he was one of the few things that are good in this otherwise utterly boring season of Squid Game." Additionally, fans discovered a clear difference in how Korean and international outlets were reacting, which seemed to extend to Netflix as well. They pointed out that while global Netflix accounts frequently posted clips highlighting T.O.P.'s portrayal of Thanos, Netflix Korea had not shared any content related to him at all. This highlighted director Hwang's point that exaggerated cartoonish characters like Thanos tend to be well received internationally, but often feel out of place to Korean audiences, who generally prefer more grounded and serious portrayals. As a matter of fact, international fans also criticized the hypocrisy of netizens who only targeted T.O.P., despite several other Squid Game 2 cast members having faced more serious controversies. For example, Lee Jong-jae, who plays the main role in the show, has a history of DUIs and harassment allegations. Lee Jin-wook was accused of SA in 2016, though the charges were dropped, while veteran actor Oh Young-soo received an 8-month suspended sentence for SA. The most shocking case was Song Young-chong, or Player 100, who reportedly paid a 16-year-old girl for intimate services while married, resulting in a 10-month suspended sentence and 2 years of probation, but was released early. Fans expressed confusion about
And T.O.P. is the one they want to slander the most. What is going on? What has he done that's rattled these people, these media companies? What has he done? I don't get it.
the unnecessary hate campaign against T.O.P., with one comment noting, Song Young-chang was charged with underage intimate services, and they're worrying about T.O.P's cringe acting.
That's ridiculous.
Another thing that caught fans' attention was how the hate articles about T.O.P. surfaced just 5 minutes after the show's release, despite him not appearing until the third.
It's been out for 5 minutes, and they're already releasing a review. Oh, he was bad. What?
T.O.P. surfaced just 5 minutes after the show's release, despite him not appearing until the 3rd episode. This led fans to question whether the critics had actually seen his scenes before posting their reviews, or whether this was part of a hate campaign. Turns out that a press screening for episodes 1 through 7 took place on December 23rd, with a review event until the official release. Journalists had to sign an NDA and place their phones in special pouches that blocked camera functions from entering the screening venue. While it appears that reporters would have watched all 7 episodes, including T.O.P.'s scenes, before writing their reviews, it's ultimately up to fans to determine whether the criticism was authentic or not. However, when the backlash reached a boiling point, director Hwang decided to address the situation head-on in an exclusive interview. He explained that casting the character was a complex process, and his team struggled to find an actor who could authentically portray the role of a troubled rapper, a storyline reflecting real-world social issues. He continued, "We held auditions for a long time looking for someone who could portray a hip-hop-loving, substance-using character, but I couldn't find anyone who met my criteria." T.O.P.'s name came up during the search, and although the director was initially hesitant due to the actor's extended break from the industry, he eventually decided to reach out to him. After several auditions and some doubts about whether T.O.P. was ready, Hwang concluded that he was the right fit for the role. However, what he didn't expect was the intense backlash, as he expressed, "Given that it's been 6 to 7 years for Song-hyun, I thought enough time had passed for people to accept him. However, I was surprised by the backlash." At the very end,
Director Hwang, gotta get his name right at least. Director Hwang, that's my goat. He did it. He did it. He did it. He brought him back. He brought him back. And look where he is now. Brilliant. I'm sure he's loving life. Hopefully he's not letting the negativity get to him, because I think there's a lot more positivity than negativity. You could have 100 people, 99 of them compliment you, 1 of them insult you, and you'll focus on the insult for the rest of your day. And that's just the truth of it. You always focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. And by the way, just a general piece of advice. If someone insults you, don't let it play on your mind. Because they're going to give you this insult, yeah? They might think about it for about 5 minutes afterwards, and then they just carry on with their day, and they forget it. They insult you. If you let it marinate in your head for the entire day, firstly, you let them win. They've won. They got what they wanted. They insulted you, and they got you to care about it and think about it all day. You let them win. And secondly, they've already forgotten about it. Why should you let it play on your mind for so long? Obviously, if you've done something actually bad, then yeah, he deserves to be insulted. But in other cases, if they just say you're, I don't know, anything insulting, just don't let it play on your mind, to be honest. But that's a different topic.
Reflecting on the controversies and T.O.P's comments about not returning to Korea, Hwang realized the issue was more complicated than he had anticipated. But personally, he felt he couldn't simply exclude T.O.P from the project because he hadn't been forgiven by mentioning, "I wanted to work with him to create something that could show whether he could earn forgiveness." He wrapped up by stating that, in the end, it's up to the public to decide if they'll accept him again after seeing his work. Despite the director's repeated defense of casting T.O.P., it may still take a considerable amount of time for netizens to fully accept him. Only time will tell if public opinion can shift and whether he can ultimately win over the hate.
I may be completely silly here. Can someone tell me what netizen means? I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't think what it is. It's not the Big Bang fan name, because that's BIP. So what's netizen? Is that Netflix users, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like. Make sure you like the original video, by the way, linked in the comment in the description. Very, very good video, brilliantly edited. I think the voice was AI, wasn't it? But obviously they would have typed out the scripts and stuff, and the editing was cool, and yeah, it highlighted what they were speaking about. It was a very nice, easy watch, and very informative. I mean, it's a roller coaster of emotions. And if you're still here, and if you want to support me directly, please check out the Patreon, link in the description. I will be reacting to Skizco and N o'Clock over there, and I'm happy to do a Big Bang show if people want me to. I don't know if they previously did an entertainment show, let me know. Anyway, if you're still watching, leave a comment saying heart, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye for now.